Hello everyone, welcome to Crypto Mobile Mining and Trading. I am Dixon, and let me give you a quick real-time update after my tireless research to give you the finest. Before we dive into today's major news, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like this video, and smash that notification bell so you never miss a critical update from me. Your support helps the channel grow and keeps you informed. Let's get right into it. Today we're talking about a significant event shaking the DeFi space. Stream Finance has just announced it is temporarily halting all withdrawals and deposits. This drastic measure comes after an external fund manager who was overseeing the platform's assets disclosed a staggering loss of approximately $93 million. This is a massive blow, and the platform is now in crisis mode. To handle the situation, Stream Finance has brought in the big guns, engaging the law firm Perkins Coie LLP to conduct a detailed investigation into what exactly happened. For anyone with funds on the platform, Stream Finance is urging you to carefully document your positions and keep a close eye on their official communication channels for updates. This is a serious situation, so let's break down the key facts. The loss, as reported, totals around $93 million in fund assets that have been declared either missing or mismanaged. As a direct consequence, all deposits and withdrawals are frozen until further notice. The platform has also announced it's withdrawing its remaining liquid assets to secure what's left. The investigation is being led by two key partners at Perkins Coie, Keith Miller and Joseph Cutler, so we can expect a thorough and professional inquiry. Now, another critical piece of this puzzle is the platform's stablecoin, XUSD. It has reportedly depegged, dropping to around 94 cents and down by as much as 23% in some reports. This immediately raises broader questions about the asset backing of XUSD and the overall risk exposure of the entire ecosystem. So why does this matter so much to you and the wider crypto community? First, let's talk about liquidity risk and the erosion of trust. A $93 million loss combined with a freeze on withdrawals is a recipe for disaster. It seriously calls into question the platform's risk controls and their oversight of external managers. The big question on everyone's mind is whether large depositors or everyday retail users like us will end up suffering losses. It's a scary thought. Next, this incident highlights the vulnerability that comes with relying on external managers. Many DeFi platforms use third-party fund managers or complex yield strategies to generate returns. This event is a harsh reminder of what can go wrong when an external manager's disclosure can trigger a platform-wide suspension, locking up everyone's funds. And let's not forget the stablecoin fragility. The depegging of XUSD is a classic example of the risks associated with algorithmic or yield-backed stablecoins, especially when the market gets turbulent. When the assets backing the stablecoin come into question, the peg can break and value can evaporate quickly. Finally, there are the regulatory and systemic implications. Situations like this, with huge losses and frozen user funds, are magnets for regulatory scrutiny. This could lead to increased oversight not just for Stream Finance but for all DeFi yield strategies, fund management, and platform governance across the board. If you are a user of Stream Finance, please listen very carefully. Here is what you should do right now. First and foremost, immediately document all your holdings. I mean, right now. Take screenshots of your balances, your transaction records, the types of assets you hold, and the dates you deposited them. Create a digital paper trail. This could be crucial later. Second, you must monitor the official channels. Stick to the platform's official website, their verified social media accounts, and any announcements made by the law firm Perkins Coie. This is where you'll get legitimate updates on the investigation, any asset recovery strategy, or information on potential user fund claims. Do not trust random sources or DMs. Third, and this is a big one, avoid depositing or transferring any more funds into the platform. Wait until there is absolute clarity on the extent of the loss, how recovery or compensation will be managed, and when normal operations will resume. Don't throw good money after bad. Fourth, you need to mentally prepare and consider your exposure. Be mindful of the very real risk that some or all of your funds may be subject to loss, a long delay, or some kind of restructuring. The outcome of the investigation and the availability of assets will determine what happens next. Finally, stay alert for any communications from the platform and any legal or regulatory disclosures. Depending on where you live, some jurisdictions may have specific protocols for reporting or filing claims, so be ready to act if required. Before we continue with what to watch for next, if you're finding this update helpful, please take a moment to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And don't forget to hit the bell icon to get notified instantly. Also, if you have any questions or thoughts on this, drop them in the comments below. I'll do my best to respond. Now, looking at the bigger picture, this incident is part of a worrying pattern in DeFi. We've seen other platforms suffer from mismanaged external exposures, failures in their yield strategies, or losses from rogue fund managers. It's a recurring theme. Algorithmic stablecoins and interest-yielding tokens like XUSD are particularly vulnerable in stressed market conditions or if their backing assets become impaired. This event underlines a critical lesson. Users of high-yield platforms often underestimate the counterparty, smart contract, and operational risks involved. It highlights the absolute importance of transparency, regular audits, and strong governance in the DeFi space. We also need to be realistic about recovery. In cases like this, the process can be long and painful. Legal investigations, tracing assets, and sorting out creditor or depositor claims can take months or even years. So what should we all be watching for in the coming weeks and months? Keep an eye out for investigation updates from Perkins Coie. Their findings on the cause of the loss and their recommended recovery plans will be pivotal. Also, watch for any timeline on the resumption of services. When will Stream Finance reopen withdrawals or deposits, and under what conditions? Will there be a compensation scheme? We also need to look for information on a user claims process. Will the platform provide a formal way for affected users to recover their losses? How will those losses be quantified, and who gets priority? And of course, we need to monitor the regulatory response. Will financial regulators launch their own investigations or issue warnings to other platforms? Finally, watch the market reaction. This will have implications for other yield-driven DeFi protocols, trust in algorithmic stablecoins, and overall risk sentiment in the sector. To wrap it all up, the announcement by Stream Finance of a $93 million loss and the suspension of services is a serious crisis. Users are facing immediate risks to their assets, and this whole affair raises broad questions about governance, transparency, and risk management in crypto. Whether assets are recovered and trust is restored will depend entirely on the investigation's outcome and the platform's response. For now, everyone should view this as a major cautionary tale. Thank you for tuning in for this critical update. I hope this information was helpful and empowers you to navigate these tricky situations. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay ahead of the curve. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. I'm Dixon, and I'll catch you in the next video with more real-time insights. Take care and stay safe out there.